Hi, beautiful Geminis. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're doing fabulous. Gemini, thank you for joining me. Thank you so much for your generosity. Your likes, your comments, and your subscriptions are all deeply, deeply welcome and received. Thank you so much. Gemini, don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. Kuan Yin, compassion. Release judgment about yourself and others, and focus on the love and the light that is within everyone. Butterfly Maiden, transformation. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. Vesta is home. Your household situation is improving, either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants of that home. Sorceress. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. Gemini. Free from judgment and free to love. Sacred Fool. In the world, but not of the world. Legacy of Light. It's beyond the mind that the heart beats. That is loving compassion. You might have felt like you were a sacred fool. Or is it that it's saying to be compassionate? Release judgment about yourself and others. You might have felt like you were strung along. You might have felt like somebody made a fool of you. Or vice versa. Do not judge others. Something just isn't for you. The fates. Deep knowing and regeneration. You've had to clean something up or make a clean sweep of something, change something. Either changing, moving, relocating, or cleaning up occupants of a home. A change through a move or a healthy change in the occupants of a home. Just standing up for yourself. Someone's standing up for themselves. Gemini. Could be a friendship, that isn't for you. Like, there's some psychic abilities. Tears are what happen when the ice in the heart melts. So this is grief and letting go. Everything is indeed out of control. And God will hold it all. I can safely let go. Limitless. See yourself open to receive in the most miraculous ways. The divine can use anything or anyone. Do not judge a book by its cover. God will use anyone or anything to manifest miracles. It's to do with a partnership or a friendship. Using your voice could be very lucrative. Singer, radio, voice actor, or any job in communications. The only thing holding you back is your inability to speak your truth. Mechanic, you can easily fix your finances with a little friction. Mechanic in automotive, aerospace, or any career in repair. Mend what needs mending. It might be broken, but all is not lost. Divine timing. Your angels are working behind the scenes. Things will come together at exactly the right time. You could be expecting things to happen in an unrealistic timeline. Let it go. This could be your life purpose. Creating the life that you want. Access to your soul is blocked by confusion. Trust what is buried within. It could be networking, marketing, public relations, a brand manager. You're trying to do too much. You might need support, and it's okay to trust help. Things will take off much sooner than expected. Now's a good time to take action. You could be rushing into things without a clear plan of where you are heading. Maybe somebody rushed into a situation. Gemini, clarify this reading. See, it may not come the way you expected it, Gemini. It may come through anything or anyone. There's a lot of sleepless nights or anxiety or worry or fear. This could be conflict. This could be envy or jealousy. Could be to do with family and regret. It could be to do with walking away or walking towards something. This could be to do with regretting not making an offer or regretting walking away. This is Three of Cups. Now this could be friendships. Slow and steady. Someone could have, it's not going to work the way that somebody had planned. Something isn't working the way somebody had planned. To do with a partnership. It could have to do with a family partnership. Or someone's financial situation. Ooh. So someone, this is love. This is limitless. The divine can use anything or anyone. But somebody felt like somebody was ready for takeoff here. Yeah. Rushing into something. Let's do it. But it isn't working out the way that someone thought. This is love. This is growth. This is happiness, joy. It could also be someone rushing into something and then later regretting it. Tower. With a love situation. This is attachments or fear or devil energy. It could be toxicities, somebody rushing in to do something. But then later's like somebody hiding something, finding out that somebody's been hiding something. Or stealing something. Or cheating. Stealing from work? Or wait a sec. judging someone's work? Is this judging someone's career or judging someone's partnership or judging someone's someone is hiding something? Someone's cheating or lying, stealing, someone judging someone as this is communications. Or accelerated motion. Judging someone too quick. Making a judgment call. Making a decision or a judgment too quickly. This is fast, fast, fast. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. There is clear deception here, or stealing and lying. I don't know if someone's got criminal behavior here because justice is here. Rushing in. The wrong decision. Judging someone's business or judging someone's this is sudden change. This is change. Change in someone's the habitants. It could be moving or changing location or changing the occupants. Spirit can use anything or anyone. Someone is like been judging someone. Judging someone as a burden. Judging someone as a liar, judging someone as this could be a legal judgment as well. This is relocation or moving. Somebody's maybe tired of I don't know. It is judging a book by a cover. It's about travel. Long distance travel. or cleaning up, like, what? This is heavy pain. This is heavy gossip, rumor, or a lot of pain here. Oh. Someone is standing up for themselves. Somebody is standing their ground. Something to do with a friend. Change of occupants, a change of either moving or a change in the occupants of a home. Someone standing up for themselves. It's just like going, this is too much of a burden, this is too painful. Somebody could be manipulating somebody here in a home. Somebody is standing up for themselves. This is like saying, Jesus. Somebody, there's a breakup here. Somebody is like fighting and arguing, or is competing, or some big fight with a friend, having a fight with a friend, a change in location, a change in the occupants of a home. Somebody is maybe calling it quits. To guide it, to move. This is Five of Pentacles. This is broke or out in the cold. Homelessness. Oh, well. See, somebody might be judging the homeless or judging someone who's been homeless. This could be a shelter or homelessness. Maybe someone's like in a high crime, high criminal area. Or that someone, spirit will use anyone or anything. Maybe somebody is like judging the homeless, or is judging people who are homeless, or is judging someone or others. Spirit will use a homeless person as a weapon. Or, truthfully, spirit will use the homeless people, anyone, to deliver a message. To, be careful how we judge people. What did Jesus do? Jesus fed the hungry, clothed the poor. Compassion. Someone is very compassionate, and someone is judging them for it. I don't know. Someone's intuition. Compassionate and intuitive. Someone is judging someone here. Huh. Interesting. Sometimes that's extending the olive branch to help those in need, not judge them. Someone is wounded. Someone is Bling. Who do you think Spirit's gonna give that blessing to? Spirit will give to who Spirit wants to give to. Someone may have missed a blessing, judging a homeless person or someone without. I don't know. Spirit will use anything and anyone. Hierophant. Someone misjudged someone. Rejected them. Thinking they had little. Thinking they were infinitesimal or too little, you know? They didn't see what was behind that little coin was this big, huge coin. Spirit will use anyone and anything. You do not know, you cannot judge someone by someone's judging a book by a cover here. What was behind that coin was the Empress. That's funny, God. Sitting over here thinking that they were the cat's meow, you know what I mean? Thought that this Empress wasn't good enough. Thought that this Empress wasn't good enough for them. They had very little. Oh, they don't have enough for me. I'm looking for a coin, man. I'm looking for the big coin. They judged a book by its cover too quickly. They never saw this was the Empress with infinite, limitless blessings. Thought they were broke. Oh, they don't got much. That's what this person says. Oh, they don't got much. They're probably broke. You know what I mean? They can't afford this. They can't afford, you know, whatever vehicle. They can't afford this fancy ass car. And maybe this Empress said, you know, well, I can't afford a new car. Or I can't afford fancy clothes, and I can't afford this, and I can't afford that. Why? Why? Obviously, they were doing something else. Like maybe healing people. Spirit's too funny. Now their mouth is hanging open. What? The Empress got all that money? What the hell? I thought they were broke. I heard they were broke. They couldn't even afford a nice vehicle. They couldn't even afford a nice home. They might have lived in a shabby little home. They might have been... Because... the Empress don't, you know, like the song says, that don't impress me much. An Empress isn't impressed by wealth. They're not impressed by what you wear and flash. An Empress is about compassion. An Empress is about, you would never know, like this person dresses shabbily or something like that, and you know, may have grown up poor or something like that, or has been homeless, or is, face bankruptcy or has faced some tough times, man. It is those people who Spirit uses to glorify because they too are tested. And this one is definitely passed the test. They're a magical being. They might have been judged on their spirituality. They might have been judged by the car they drove, the home they lived in. That don't impress Spirit. And that don't impress an empress. An empress wants to know who you are at a soul level. An empress don't care if you don't have money. An empress don't care. They want to know who you are as an individual. What are you all about? What are you all about? So maybe this empress, say for example, they could have lived in, say, like a rough neighborhood, or they could have lived there's homeless people or drug dealers going down, and this person's like, they don't have much. Why would they be living there? They can't have much. Well, who do you think a burglar wants to rob? Someone rich or someone poor? Do you know what I'm saying? Can't steal from a poor man. But they're judged for being poor. Yet, they might have been rich, wealthy. They just don't show it off because they're not impressed by it. You know what I'm saying? Now the Spirit will use anyone and anything, even homeless people, to glorify Spirit. This is someone very compassionate. Probably has helped a lot of people out. Probably has made a lot of sacrifices for people they care about. Probably gave their last dollar or the shirt off their back if someone needed it. Didn't judge them. Oh, you poor bugger. You need a hot lunch? Can I buy you a pair of shoes? Can I offer you a meal? That's compassion. Yeah, there are people over here who are criticizing and judging someone. Maybe their spirituality, oh, they're a heathen. They all gotta go to hell, you know what I mean? Judging them, lots of judgment here. Judgment about what people wear. Judgment about what neighborhood you live in. Judgment about your shelter, your car, your clothes, your vehicles, your friends, your associations. It's not about that. Because Spirit will glorify anybody who Spirit wants to glorify, regardless of financial status, regardless of religious or spiritual beliefs, cultural, gender beliefs. Spirit will use anything and anyone to glorify anything or anyone when Spirit feels like glorifying someone. But it's almost like somebody, you know, rushing into something else, because finding out that this person maybe never had enough money, the truth. Ghosted someone and looked elsewhere. Used them for sexual gratification and then went and dumped them on their ass. Ah, you don't got enough money for me. Well, since the occupants have changed, this Empress could very likely be a millionaire. Uh, uh, yeah, Spirit will use anyone or anything to, yeah, this person thought that they were above the Empress. Empress down here, Emperor up here. They thought they were above the Empress because of financial status. Dumped them on their ass. And went chasing after somebody who they thought would look good on their arm. This is eye candy. King of Wands, eh? Stuck. Now who's between a rock and a hard place? And whose help do you think that they're gonna need? Well, since the occupants or the residents of the home has changed, this Empress has become an influencer in their life purpose. Limitless. not only was the Empress glorified by Spirit, this person was tested. This Empress says, I don't care if you got money or not. I love you. I don't care. We'll work it out. We'll find a way. And this person got haughty. While they were judging, what was the Empress doing? Helping people out in need? Contributing to society? Helping people out? Working alone? Building an empire? So Spirit will use anything or anyone to glorify His name. And whose name do you think that this Empress glorifies? God, Spirit, Source. That's why Spirit does it. People often wonder, how come certain people get certain opportunities? Because we're all tested. That's who they chose. Someone who was flashy. Someone who they thought was flashy. Ghosted him for someone flashy. Someone who they thought was like more stable, more grounded, more wifey material. And the best of the bunch is probably, the Queen of Pentacles. But the Empress supersedes all of them. So does the High Priestess. They trump. Because the Empress is all the queens. They are the Queen of Pentacles. They are the Queen of Wands. They are the Queen of Swords. They are the Queen of Cups. Maybe they were tested. They looked for greener grass and ghosted the Empress. So maybe at one point in time, maybe the Empress was not doing as financially well as what they normally would have been or could have been Or maybe they lived practically at the time. Maybe they were saving for a big investment and were putting their money away, living like they were in poverty or living like they were broke. People judging people's existence. My God. We had that in our hometown, I swear to God, guys. When I was little, I'll never forget this as long as I live. There's this guy who everybody thought was a homeless bum going up and down the streets downtown with a shopping cart, putting all the pop cans and beer cans and stuff into the shopping cart. And you'd see him wherever you went, all around town, all day, every day. Then this one day, there's this big commotion in the middle of the street. So everybody's like, what the heck is going on? Somebody's sitting on top of the damn roof of the local bar, throwing away, I kid you not, green garbage bags full of money into the streets. I kid you not. You should have saw the crowd. Everybody grabbing money and bumping each other. Oh, that's mine, that's mine. This guy is throwing money off, laughing his head off, thinking it's so funny. And I go, oh my God, I think I found a $5 bill. I thought that was huge. Then about 10 years later, when I'm, well, not even 10. I was probably about 10 years old when that happened. Then when I was about 15, 5 years later, I was camping with some of my friends. And that same old homeless guy who everybody thought was homeless come to where our campground was. And we're all teenagers. We were probably drinking, which we shouldn't have been, but we were. And this guy rolls up and he goes, you guys staying here for the night? And we go, yeah, we are. And he goes, well, I hope you realize this is private property. No big deal. You're welcome to stay as long as you behave yourselves. And he says, I'll tell you what. He says, I'll be back in about 20 minutes. So the guy comes back. I kid you not, no word of a lie. The back of his pickup truck filled up with beer. And we're sitting having a beer with the guy at the bonfire. And I asked him, I said, I remember you like when I was 10. And you were throwing money off the top of the old bar, which I can't name on here. And he laughed and he said, yeah. I said, why did you do that? And he says, because I enjoy seeing people act like fools. And I said, well, where did you get all that money? He said, my dear, do you know who I am? I said, no, I don't. He said, well, right now you're camping on my land. I said, well, wait, I'm sorry, we didn't know that. We'll move if you want us to. He said, no. He says, I came down here to join you guys to make sure that you're not getting out of hand and that you're not going to burn down my place. And I figured I'd sit and have a beer with you guys because I know you were drinking. He said, I said, well, why'd you bring all that beer? And he said, my dear, I own the brewery. I kid you not. Judge a book by a cover. There you go. I can't mention his name, but he is a multi-billionaire. And he owned the biggest, largest brewery, the amount of properties, real estate, buildings in my town. Nobody knew except for people who knew him personally. But for regular folk, such as myself, I had no clue who he was. Richest person I'd ever met in my life. And he gave me a lot of advice, and he gave me a lot of wisdom. And that's one of the tips he gave me. Always live like you're po. Always live like you're broke. Don't let people know your business, and don't tell people what you got or what you don't got. Because he said, little lady, he said, you're going to do yourself a favor if you don't show off. He says, all you're going to attract are a bunch of leeches. And I swear to God, that man was correct. He drove a beat-up old truck, rode an old beat-up bicycle, collected pop cans. He didn't do it because he needed the money, obviously. He did it because he didn't like seeing them lay around the streets. Yet people judged him as an old bum, you know, an old homeless bum who ain't got nothing. People disrespected him, treated him like he was garbage. You never know who people are. Take care.